Good morning. Namaskar, Adab, Sat Sri Akal, and good morning. Welcome to Bits and Banter, our YouTube show about, well, anything that we want to discuss. Yeah, we are on to IPL now, as you guys know. Last 3 days we have been on IPL. In the first 3 matches, we had everything that a Bollywood caper would: action, emotion, and loose motion also. For us, we had a team fighting back from the dead, another team that was dead on arrival, and a third team that decided to commit suicide. Yeah, we all know who we are talking about. I won't go in there. So day 4 of this leg was where the script writers actually got tired of the roller coaster. They said, we have had enough, man. So they had one that was simple for DC and for SRH. One team had lost 6 on the trot. The other team had won 6 on the trot. Not on the trot, but 1-6. After 40 overs, they added 1 digit to these 2 numbers. So SRH became one of the 5 teams that had lost 7 on the trot in all IPL. And DC went to the top of the table with 7 wins. Kane Williamson won the toss, did a Virat Kohli by opting to bat. The DC Quicks started hurling thunderbolts, and soon enough, the opponents were all done and dusted. 134 or something like that is what they made in 20 overs. And that target, the Delhi team overcame in the 18th over itself because they didn't want to do a Punjab Kings. So with that, I would say welcome to my panelists. Bala, hi, and
morning,
Ravi, hi. So Ravi has taken off his SRS t-shirt. We all know why. So Bala,
I wouldn't blame him.
Yeah, we don't blame him. Yeah. He was finding it difficult to appear. Actually, his camera was actually making him disappear. Anyway, Bala, what's your immediate call here? We'll go with
immediate call. I mean, there was nothing going right for SRH. Nothing, no positive. Oh, sorry, Natarajan tested actually positive. That's pretty unfortunate.
Yeah, I know. We shouldn't be laughing about it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We shouldn't making any silly jokes, but on this show we make only silly jokes. That's a different story. The problem is because before we get into the match, I just need to make a small point because we came out of England too without playing the last test on the fear that players might contract COVID because they had been exposed to people who had who had tested positive. Yesterday, you had a situation where a player had actually tested positive and the tournament is going on. And there is criticism. This is double standards. Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
We will do that. We will do a separate story on that because I mean, I definitely believe that we need to sort of focus on this topic as well as
because one of the reasons why ECB has pulled out of Pakistan is COVID concerns.
Yeah.
So you have players testing positive and the tournament going on. I mean, I don't mind tournament going on, but you must have regular rules for everyone. Yes, being common. And getting back to the match as it is, I mean, you said it, Raj, you summed it up. I mean, we could as well end the show with your summation right at the start because nothing went right. But I was very impressed with both Kagiso, Rabada, and Nortje because it's very rare to see in T20 format 2 fast bowlers going at full tilt, especially Nortje, who couldn't play in the first leg. He was outstanding. Out of the 24 deliveries he bowled, I was reading, except for one slower one, which was clocked at 188, every other delivery of his was over 140, and a few of them went over 150. That's some serious pace, man, in T20. See, what happens is when a fast bowler is bowling with at full tilt and in good rhythm, the batsmen have to upset that by going forward or backward, going around the crease, and that is how you upset the rhythm of a fast bowler. That, unfortunately, SRH batsmen couldn't do. Because SRH batsmen, if you see right at the start, I mean, when Warner was out in the very first over, they were pretty much on the back foot. And none of them actually got going. Only after Abdul Samad came and hit a few, there was an even somebody like Kane Williams. He was not in form. He at one point he was almost turning up for he was auditioning for Punjab because he was trying to get out every delivery. I mean, he was dropped by Punt, he was dropped by Pisha, and eventually he was caught by Hitler. So that was a strange kind of a match for SRH batsmen. The only good thing for the entire the match was Kane Williamson's catch. That was a terrific catch. Of course, you had to sit through Gavaskar laboring about Kapil Dev's catch in 1983, but beyond that, it was a terrific catch.
Yeah, that sort of reminded you of that. But then, Ravi, what do you feel? Where do you think SRH goes from here?
Ball 1 when Warner is gone, SRH is gone. From the first ball itself, SRH is gone. And actually, I was expecting Abdul Samad is a contender. I mean, is a He's a good player for SRH actually.
Hmm.
I was expecting he will turn up, but I think he didn't get support. Maybe he would have added 20 to 30 runs for SRH. But in the middle lower order and all, they didn't give him support. So he's
Yes.
gone. SRH is gone from the first ball. Like after the Warner is gone, SRH is gone.
So I mean, I mean, whatever we thought we will discuss, he has finished it off, man. I mean, Warner is gone,
Exactly.
SRH is gone.
After few hours, I removed my shirt.
Okay.
Few hours, okay, done. Today is done.
That is too much information, man. Removing your shirt at home is not something you say on your Sorry.
Which is okay as long as it is
I mean, I changed my
fan
shirt.
reaction. Yeah.
Okay.
Fan reaction. Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, I think I agree with Ravi because yesterday somehow I think the DC fellows, they came with a plan and it was pretty clear. They didn't open with Ashwin. They didn't do any of the fancy stuff that you see them doing once in a while, because when you have Ricky Ponting and the others in the dugout, these things do happen with DC. You suddenly see some very fancy stuff happening. Yesterday, it was just as per the script. I mean, to the point where Ashwin wasn't in the script, if you noticed.
Exactly.
So,
that's a good point, because right at the start you used the word Bollywood keeper because it was sticking to a formula. The match had no high points except, I mean, I was really impressed with the way, I mean, as I said, Nortje was bowling. But the problem for SRH is it's too dependent on these two foreign players, Warner and Williams. Then they don't click. These Indian players, they don't come to the party. And Raj, you have a perennial problem with Manish Pandey. Yesterday was a good day for him to come to the party. He didn't. I mean, if there was an occasion for him to make his presence felt yesterday, because
no, he went for the RR party, which is why he didn't come to.
That's unfortunate. And you brought about Ashwin. That is a problem for DC with Ashwin bowling in terms of pure status. He bowled well. His first over was pretty ordinary because he bowled a wide, he bowled a no ball. For a spinner to bowl a no ball was totally wrong. But I was reading a stat. It says in the last 5 matches, he has not picked a single wicket for DC. That might be worrying, and especially considering the fact that he has been picked for the Indian team. He is in the Indian squad for World T20. So 5 matches without a wicket for DC, because these are the T20 matches that he has played, because he is not in the India's slower format. So these numbers are interesting, and we must have an eye on that.
And I would also say, I'll add to what you said, Bala, because he also has his teammate in the T20 World International picking up wickets. So that is going to have Akshar Patel. So that is going to put additional pressure on Ashwin. And yesterday he looked like a man under pressure. If you noticed, he was bowling pretty weird stuff, to the point where Ashish Nehra, I mean, in one of the cricket shows I watched, Ashish Nehra was asking, I mean, where is that offspin? They bowled the offspin, man. So for some weird reason, he was all over the place. Yeah, all over the place. Maybe it is just that that sudden. I mean, see, you remember Rahul Dravid was. I mean, I'm just going back some time. Rahul Dravid was brought. I mean, he played one ODI for India, and then he retired. We all thought he had already retired, but then he had to announce that he retired because he was suddenly picked for ODIs in that series where he was the only one in England who was scoring anything. Yeah. So right. So I mean,
that kind of a situation can play for Ashwin.
Is the way I see the situation today, because
he was under pressure, because the way he reacted to the drop catch when Pant dropped Williams, because I mean, I can understand the bowler's disappointment and even slight anger, but it's Ashwin is not given to that kind of a reaction, because that clearly pointed out, as he said, that he was under some kind of a pressure.
Yes. Yeah. So I think yesterday's match, I think I think Ravi mentioned right in the beginning that Warner out, everything gone. So there was nothing much. Is there anything that SRH can look forward to? I think yesterday we spoke about it, Ravi, having fun, right?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. They can only have that. They can only do that. But yeah, actually they have that habit of finishing the tournament on a positive note after before 1 or 2 before seasons. They lost badly, but last 4 to 5 matches they used to have excellent matches and beaten big teams like in the key points. Like, you don't know what is their satisfaction in doing at the end of the IPL.
Which is okay. I think. See, now they have 6 more matches to go. So I think in 6 matches they need to win all 6. Even then they will be at 14, which might not be good enough for them to get anywhere in the top 4, playoffs.
Anyhow, the run rate is negative. Like they're not,
Yeah.
even not on.
But if they win 6 there, the net run rate might turn positive. But then still it will be tough. And with this sort of thing, like Bala said, it might not be easy for them. That is the way I see it. DC seems to have all its bases covered, no, Bala? I mean,
Exactly.
I don't see
all the
anything much.
boxes. Yeah, they got the best. I mean, they got the players and who seem to be in great form. And the 2 openers, of course, Prithvi Shaw didn't score much yesterday, but they are firing. And Shreyas Iyer is back.
Yeah.
So what else can they ask for?
And Rishabh Pant suddenly looks to hitting the ball properly after a long time.
Okay, I mean, exactly, because the SRH score being what it was, he could take his time to get going, and eventually got going.
Yeah, and
Same
I think
with Shreyas Iyer.
Shreyas Iyer, yeah. So I just Shreyas Iyer, after the match, he also mentioned that he is not satisfied with what he did because he probably was just coming back and sort of feeling his way through, which is good, I think.
It is good that he got somebody slightly easier in terms of match situation like SRH.
Yeah, yes, and in that situation with just 130 odd runs.
Exactly. That's the match situation.
Yeah. So going forward, today's match, what's the story? What do you think is the story?
He read a stat, Raj. Ravi, sorry. I mean, between MI and KKR, MI has won 22 matches, and that is the single largest number of matches that one team has won against another team.
Yeah.
So clearly, MI has the wood over KKR. But KKR is coming off a very good morale boosting win, and MI is coming after a very demoralizing defeat. But they'll be beefed up by the presence of Rohit Sharma. I don't know whether Hardik Pandya is playing. I think he still carries the nickel, so he might not play. So Rohit Sharma in place of Anmol Preet Singh. I don't think any other change would be there with the MI.
Rohit Sharma is still considered to be, I mean, as of yesterday, at least it was still considered iffy. He might be there, he might not be.
I read this morning that
so he might be there.
is iffy and Rohit might play. I'm not saying.
Play. Yeah.
And
so you're right.
There are some caveats.
Yeah. KKR, Ravi, what's your thing on KKR? Because they didn't have a great tournament first half. Suddenly they checked all the boxes last time. They bowled well, batted well, fielded well. Okay. I mean, everybody's dropping catches. So
they have the chance. Like this time, I think Mumbai is the first time in the middle of the IPL. They are looking a bit weak, like due to these injuries of Rohit Sharma or Hardik Pandya. Maybe KKR might have some chance, but still, I have my favorite says Mumbai only today. I think they will grab the match today, as it is very important match for them, because once they lose this match, they will fall down a bit, and other teams will come. Like teams like Rajasthan will try to climb up if Mumbai. So mostly they'll give their everything 100% or 200% today to win the match. I think today it will be Mumbai only. But I'm thinking KKR should surprise the table.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. But why KKR is like a startup now because it has the VC backing right now. I'm talking about Varun Chakravarti because he was outstanding. And he and Kohli, so much so Kohli specifically said that he will be very good for India when he plays. I mean, he is certainly a shoe-in to have his place against Pakistan whenever we play them in the. I mean, I don't know, October 24th or what is the date? I mean, he looked in great form the other night. So that was pretty good. I mean, but the only thing I'm not still sure is how long are we going to call both Sunil Narayan and Varun Chakravarti mystery spinners? I thought the mystery would have been solved by now.
I think the cricketers don't call them mystery spinners. It's us lazy fellows who call them mystery spinners. So I'm okay with that. But you're on Agatha Christie watching spin, and so you love mystery. I love mystery, but there is no mystery there actually, like you said. So for me, the mystery would be who will be the two spinners who will play for India in every match. Although, I mean, in the T20 World Cup, although I would love to see all four playing here in one match at least. That will be fun to watch.
I mean, as of now, the first match, I think it will be Jadeja and VC.
Yeah, that is what I feel. But although I somehow feel that Jadeja's bowling in the last match didn't actually
Right.
wasn't up to the mark. So
Not just the last match.
yeah,
over a
some
period of
matches now
time.
over a period
You're
of
right.
time, his bowling has not been up to the mark. So
Because he's one bowler who's known for his precise this thing. He'll
Yeah.
keep hitting those passes. That is slightly missing. Or at least batsmen have worked him out.
yeah, then
So,
maybe the
but
Jadeja
your point
mystery is
right.
also Jadeja is also not mystery anymore. So anyway,
Yeah.
I think on that mystery we will come to a conclusion of this. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch up with you again tomorrow. So, till
Our
then,
pleasure,
stay safe, stay masked where you go out, and avoid going out if you can, because COVID is still around. I mean, Natarajan
You
will
know
tell
it.
you.
If you don't know, watch IPL.
Watch IPL. Thanks a lot. Take care. Thanks, guys. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
See you.